Hey there guys, Weoneo here. Who are you? Well, interesting question. If you are a new viewer, my desk is shaking, dude. If you're a new viewer to Weoneo, then you have probably no idea who I am. If you are somebody who has been trying to find the now deleted The Weoneo channel, you probably do know who I am. If you're somebody who has discovered this channel and gone back through history to see what the first video on it is, you're probably going to learn some new things. Hi, I'm Weoneo. I have been doing this whole YouTube thing for, well, the better part of 15 years, since 2011, I believe, was when I first uploaded my very first vlogs here on YouTube. And so you're probably wondering, where did all those videos go? Why am I not subscribed to you if I'm a returning viewer? So let's get into it. D-Day, April 1st, 2026. Weoneo, the young mad lad, decided to make and upload an April Fool's video. Now, this is not something that was unusual for the channel. I've done many April Fool's videos. I usually do one every year. It either is in reference to a Let's Play that people would like to see that I would never actually do under normal circumstances, or it is a joke playing off of one of the current games that I'm currently playing through. This year was Femboy and Fuda House. This game became a long-running meme in my community about how it was something that was always like this joke that like people would like to see me play it just for laughs and ha 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 funny times. But as you can see, it had some serious repercussions. So long story short, I essentially played this game, did a let's sit down with of it, and uploaded this as a private video for YouTube to run their checks on. It came back, got flagged with the nudity and sexual content auto flagging system that YouTube uses. And essentially, I was like, okay, so what do I need to do to make this better? And thankfully, under YouTube's system, they do flag parts of your video specifically that they believe should require more attention. So using YouTube's in-house video editor. If you didn't know, YouTube has an in-website video editor that you can use to edit and blur and do lots of other sorts of fun stuff with your videos. It's a giant piece of shit, but long story short, it is usually in line with how their content ID systems work. It tends to err on the side of caution and line up with what they expect your videos to be. So after running it through this video editor to get the new censored edits on it, it was almost like an unrecognizable piece of garbage, the video itself. But I uploaded it anyways and made it go public with these new edits that YouTube itself suggested. I also marked the video for 18 plus, which is not something I've ever done for any of my videos, because when you do this, it basically makes it that this video is completely unmonetizable, but also any viewer who watches it has to have a verified YouTube account with a verified email as well as a verified phone number attached to it. So this video that was now censored was now harder to watch than actual porn on the internet. And so YouTube took down my channel just a short 30 minutes later, citing that I had broken the sexual content and nudity guidelines of YouTube. Now, I have filed multiple appeals through YouTube and Google itself, trying to figure out if there's anything I could do, if they could just block the video and have me delete it and grant me my thousands of videos and thousands of hours of content back. But to no avail, they seem to be steadfast in their decision that what I did was essentially the most heinous thing on the planet. Maybe the guy who did the appeal review just isn't a fan of femboys and or Fuda houses. So long story short, I lost my entire YouTube channel and all 15 years of history tied to it. And it was pretty devastating. I think almost on a daily basis, I think of another series that I've lost. that is like gut-wrenching that I don't have that anymore, or the ability to rewatch it or to pull moments from it anymore, and it's honestly really shitty. But I mean, it's very discouraging. If you think about it in like video game terms, I've always linked it to, like, say you get really far in a video game and then you get to a really hard part and you die, and it puts you back way farther than you had initially thought, like maybe to your last save, because the game doesn't have an autosave system. It's like demoralizing on a whole nother level. It really makes you just want to put that game down and not touch it for a while. And that's kind of what happened to me with this. As soon as I saw that I lost my YouTube channel, I was like, wow, content creation is really not appealing to me right now. I would really rather not have to start all that shit over again. But content creation is my hobby. The whole video making, editing, and uploading process is what I love to do. So I don't think I'm going to give it up anytime soon. However, that does lead to some changes that we need to talk about going forward, and what our possible outcomes are going to be for the future. So immediately looking forward, there's two pathways. We either start all over on YouTube, creating new series and making new things that reference now Weoneo lost media. That's +1 for the Weoneo iceberg. You now have a font of lost media you can talk about. Starting over on YouTube doesn't really appeal to me because I don't like working with YouTube. I've always seen their inconsistencies with censorship and banning practices and egregious banning practices as kind of silly and just not respectable, I guess. So I would really not like to work with YouTube anymore. However, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be uploading on YouTube. Obviously, I would never give up one whole gigantic social media platform just for the sake of my feelings. But looking on the bright side, this does open up quite a bit of future drinking games, or the possibility to redo a series that we did in the past, but better. All in all, not a terrible idea. It's something that I know, and it would be very comfortable for me to slip right back into creating series and stuff like that. But there is an alternative. Now, I've talked about the Twitch route quite a bit. Back when I was unemployed, towards the end of my unemployment, I actually had this idea to start doing live streaming far more often and create more of a community around Twitch rather than YouTube. This idea fell apart because I did get another job. The unemployment stint was over, unfortunately, like right as I was planning all this stuff, so it kind of just became a big nothing sandwich. But long story short, I feel like it's worth revisiting that idea. That maybe focusing more on Twitch is something that we should do, because it could broaden our horizons, and basically we could work out what to do with this second channel now after the fact, and not just make it another Weoneo. I didn't even talk about this second channel. Right, so I've always had a second channel. I also have a third channel, but that's don't talk about that one. The second channel, the one that you're currently watching, a long time ago was created because when Google and YouTube merged, they made everybody with a Google account create a YouTube channel. I had already had my previous running the Weoneo channel running for a few years at that point. I don't remember exactly when this happened, but I didn't want to just make a new channel and start doing stuff there. So I made this one as a backup, and with the wonderful name Weoneo. I know, I thought of it all by myself. So no longer the Weoneo, just Weoneo. The plan for this second channel is either to just become a reflection of what the first one was, or to become a new quote-unquote live stream archive. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what our new Twitch and YouTube plans are. You can kind of see this as 3 eras of Weoneo, and us being basically thrust and forced into a new era of Weoneo, which will bring about drastic changes that I'm sure people will either love or hate. That remains to be seen. So back in the old era, we had playthroughs and vlogs. It was very simple. We had just 2 running things. Vlogs were predominantly what I based my channel off of at the beginning, but this slowly became playthroughs, which was always the original intent for my channel. Things were great. I didn't make custom thumbnails. I hardly even edited my videos, and I was a prepubescent man-child during this time. We then moved into the return era. Now, in between the old and the return era, I took a break from YouTube for about a year or 2, I think, to basically get married, have kids, and get my life into a different order, or a proper order, before dedicating time to something as big as this as a hobby. Basically making sure that priorities were in order, right? Something everybody goes through at some point. This era still contained playthroughs as the main content on the channel, but with, you know, redone custom thumbnails, more editing, things like that. The community was more of a focus in my mind, and figuring out things that people wanted to see rather than what I just wanted to do. This also brought about a new series that we ran instead of vlogs. Vlogs are kind of slowly replaced with Waking Up with Weos, kind of just informational videos where I would record them in the morning and edit them. They'd be up by noon. These were membership only videos for a week, and then would become public a week later. We also had Let's Sit Down With, which is a one-off series where I just play a game for 1 episode. Nothing super committal to it, not like committing to a series. Some of these did become series, like the always great Toy Story 2 on N64. This is also when we discovered the creme de la creme of my YouTube channel, which I believe is one of the funnier and more entertaining things that we've done, and that is the drinking game series, where we essentially live stream once a week for a game of our choosing, where we create drinking game rules for it, and I drink, and we have lots of fun times, and I fumble about, and Banjo the Wizard tells me where to go and what to do. The drinking game series has been long running. A lot of these have been pretty solid games that we've done. Some of them have been one-off, some of them have been series. We've been doing The Legend of Zelda. It's been encompassing, like, God, the past like year of drinking games so far. It's been a while, but we're playing all the 3D Zeldas. We still have probably 1 or 2 streams in Skyward Sword, and then we probably are going to be doing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom to finish it off. In the past, we've done some one-off ones like Myst or Grab by the Ghoulies, and we also did things like Bloodborne and you know, all the Kingdom Hearts games. That means that nobody can see, what did I one-shot Lady Maria and 2-shotted Orphan of Kos, or did I 2-shot Maria and 3-shot Orphan of Kos in my Bloodborne drinking game playthrough? First time seeing them. That was so impressively sick, and now we don't have footage of it anymore. However, nobody will know that I died on Rom the Vacuous Spider like 20 or 30 times. Nope, never happened.
It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
You can't prove it. Oh shit, and we lost fucking me beating Canary Mary for the 2nd time with a fractured radius in my elbow. Or a radial fracture. Jesus Christ. History's a bitch. And so I present to you the new era. The Femboy and Fuda era. Name's a work in progress, don't get too attached to it. This is going to lead to our main content on the channel becoming live stream archives. Now, I forgot a very important word on here, which is edited live stream archives. These are going to be slightly edited, not just a one-to-one upload of the things that I live stream. They will be more so like cutting out the intro, cutting out any bathroom breaks, cutting out any interruptions, things like that we have. So it'll feel more like a natural just video, but there just might be me engaging with chat during it. I still haven't fully decided how I want to show this. I don't know if I want to use my like drinking game live stream overlay where the game is slightly smaller on the screen, but we have room for chat and stuff like that. But we don't really need like the top part where it shows the title. As for our side content, obviously Let's Sit Down Withs are going to continue. These are going to be one-off videos that happen on this channel. These are not going to be live streamed. These are just going to be games that I play on my own separately that I do one-off videos of. Oh god, I just realized showing the Africa Trail, we lost the Oregon Trail 2 video. But also, drinking games will continue. Now, you might notice something very fun about this picture. Waking Up with Weos will not be returning. I feel like these were primarily informational videos that don't really serve a purpose in the new era. They kind of were just like ways that I would get updates out about either uploading schedules or things that were changing on the channel, drinking game rules, things like that. But a lot of this is going to be communicated in new ways now. Not so much through just videos that members can watch for a week before it becomes public. This is an outdated practice. And as you can see down below, 2 to 3 live streams a week. Probably going to start with like 2 live streams a week. We're going to aim for 3, maybe more. Who knows? But also, these are going to have interesting times of days, I guess you could say, because obviously I can't just live stream nilly-banilly all throughout the week. I haven't really decided like what our definitive days are going to be for this, but one thing that is definitive is our drinking game live stream. Drinking game live streams will now permanently be on Fridays at 12, from 12 to 3 Pacific time. This will not be changing at all going forward, ever, unless this gets canceled, but for the foreseeable future, drinking games will always be on Fridays at 12. So you probably have a lot of questions. Hey Weoneo, how will this new information be communicated? What about the Discord? Are you updating Twitch at all to reflect these new changes? When is the Glover drinking game? All valid questions, but I think we should address them all one at a time. Discord. So our Discord is open to previous channel members. Well, seeing as we don't have channel memberships anymore, we kind of need to figure out what to do with this. So I think what I'm going to do is open Discord to the public. This is going to be open to any and all followers of the Twitch channel. I'll probably add a widget down below on Twitch that kind of just points people in the direction of being able to join our Discord. However, the rules here are still going to apply for basically the same that they do on Twitch and YouTube. Don't be an asshole and whatnot. And if you are, then I'm going to remove you. And I will not be giving you a second invite. Not that I can decide who gets specific invites, but I'm pretty sure there's some kind of layer of moderation there somewhere. And if I need to, I'll promote some mods. Maybe our old channel members will become the new mods. Who knows? All stuff for the future. So over on Twitch, we have a new widget down in below in our About section that actually has a countdown timer for when our next live stream is. You'll be able to see a full schedule once this gets filled out a little bit more of what we plan to play, when we plan to play it, and when the next live stream is. A very fun, easy, organized way to see when live streaming is going to be happening. This also depends a lot on if I update my schedule on Twitch. A lot of it's going to be working through that instead of whatever it is else that we do. But if not, you can also follow this YouTube channel because live streams will also be happening over here on YouTube, but these archives will not be saved over here on YouTube. However, stream archives, unedited, will be over on Twitch. Because I'm a Twitch affiliate, they will save 2 weeks of stream archives for me. So you can, if you'd rather not watch like the edited live stream archives here on YouTube, you can always go over there, follow, and you can watch the full versions of them, at least up to 2 weeks ago. What was the other question I asked? Oh yeah, Glover drinking game. I will say, when it comes to old series being redone in this new format, I will not be redoing any drinking games. So the unfortunate side effect of all this is that the old drinking games kind of just become lost media. There's really no point in me redoing them. It would just be the same rule list or slightly modified rule lists, and probably me just remembering when I drank and what I drank, and it would just be like, remember when, instead of creating new content, and that's not something that I really want to do. However, I am open to the idea of previous Let's Sit Down Withs or series that we had played becoming new drinking games. The only thing off the table is just redoing a drinking game, like any of the Kingdom Hearts, Donkey Kong Countries, the Donkey Kong Country, god damn it, son of a bitch, Bloodborne, you name it. Thankfully, we didn't do any of the other Souls-likes, so those are still on the table. However, a lot of our N64 summer games are on the table again for drinking games, stuff like that. Don't know if we're going to have events like the N64 summer and whatnot going forward. They would kind of be just themed live streams, but for now, I don't know. Oh shit, I just remembered like Halloween and stuff. Dude, all those series, all those cheeseburgers, all those cries of fears. So welcome to the new femboy and Fuda era of Weoneo. Work is a name in progress. Only thing I have to say is I hope that this video reaches a lot of the people who watched the previous channel, who were fans of mine, who enjoyed my content or otherwise engaged in my content in some way, shape, or form. I'm sorry that I didn't have a better like fail-safe in place for if this did ever happen, but I honestly didn't expect it to. Hopefully we can gather up as many people as we can find with this video and make it reach far and wide, but for now, I'll just put it out there and whoever flocks to it will. And a good way to find me, if you haven't already, which how'd you get to this video and not realize where you are in this point in the timeline? I guess a drinking game would always be a good way to find me, because not many people do just like drinking game live streams on YouTube. Not sure about Twitch though. Thanks for coming and watching and listening to my TED Talk and history of Weoneo. Excited for the future, excited for more live streams. Drinking game live streams have been a big highlight of my weeks in the past couple of months / years. And I decided that engaging with the community is far more fun than just doing the whole like edited playthroughs thing. So hopefully this leads to a more interesting and fun era. Also, I'm working on channel reward the things for Twitch, things to redeem your points for. My first idea is to get some form of text-to-speech working, which I think would be funny, but more on that later. I gotta stop rambling. I have a lot of thoughts, and bear with me over the next couple of weeks as I kind of slowly transition my life into this new era and what it means for us. So, thanks for watching. Weoneo. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.